Why is finding the LCD important for rational expressions in algebra? Imagine trying to add or subtract fractions without a common base. It would be like trying to compare apples and oranges. When working with rational expressions, finding the least common denominator is just as important. Rational expressions are fractions where the top and bottom are polynomials. To combine these expressions, they need to share the same denominator. That's where the least common denominator, or LCD, comes into play. The LCD is the smallest expression that all the denominators can divide into evenly. Think of it as the smallest shared home for all the fractions involved. When you find the LCD, you can rewrite each rational expression with that common denominator. This makes adding or subtracting much easier because now you are working with like terms. Without the LCD, you might try to subtract fractions with different denominators, which is like trying to subtract apples from oranges. It just doesn't work directly. Finding the LCD involves breaking down each denominator into its simplest factors, just like prime factorization for numbers. For polynomials, you factor them into their simplest parts. Then, you take all the factors that appear in any denominator, using the highest powers of each. Combining these factors gives you the LCD. Once you have it, you multiply each rational expression by a form of 1 that makes its denominator equal to the LCD. This process keeps the value of the expression the same but changes its form. In the context of subtracting rational expressions, the importance of the LCD becomes even clearer. It allows you to rewrite each expression with the same denominator, making the subtraction straightforward. If you skip this step, you risk making mistakes or ending up with an incorrect answer. Plus, working with a common denominator simplifies the process of combining the numerators, which is the next step. Having the LCD also prepares you for other operations like solving inequalities or equations involving rational expressions. It makes the entire process more organized and less prone to errors. In short, finding the LCD transforms complicated expressions with different denominators into a simple, manageable form. It's the key step that makes addition and subtraction of rational expressions possible and accurate. Without it, working with these expressions would be much more confusing and error-prone.